Human love is like this. It is a powerful weapon that can build how it can destroy. That's why in weddings there are people who live wonderful experiences to be built, because they got married. They have become wonderful people. The other made her grow up. The other promoted her. The other made her find what she was most beautiful and didn't know. But we also know that there are many relationships, many marriages, many friendships, which are factors of transformation and destruction for those who live. Why? Because love is not being interpreted seriously. The other is using the power they have because I don't know if there is greater power than this. I do not know if there is a more determining authority than this, the effective authority. Effective authority is something that needs to be administered very carefully. When you have effective authority about each other, that is, you are important to the other. What you say has a lot of weight. Your gesture has a lot of weight. Your opinion has a lot of value. And thank God, why? There is an effective authority that if we exercise rightly at the right time, we can forward the other for good, the best way. That is why the child will make a point of obeying what the father has proposed, if he really has an effective authority about his son. The big problem often of our families is that we lost the effective authority. Another began to exercise. How do we keep the effective authority? Loving. There is no other way. It is as we love the other. It is that the other will think too. 3 times if it will betray us or not. It is as we realize that the other is giving our lives for us, that we will think 2, 3 times before offending it, before hurting it, or before saying something we know will do harm to that person. It's not easy, I know. But this effective authority, it saves us. She guides us. She heads us. It is you to hear the right word of the right person and at the right time. Anyone who has effective authority about the other needs to know that this rule has the time to say, as you say, because you know that what you will say will have weight. Many times people are destroyed because the one who had effective authority, using personal and excuse goals, wanting to take advantage of the authority he had over the other, manipulated, did what I wanted. That is very dangerous. I say again, that's not what Jesus entered into people's lives. Jesus went into people's lives because he wanted to turn them into better people. And this needs to be our posture in the world, my people. We are Christians. We live the same mystique. If we want to enter the other's life, we have to be aware. I want to come in to make the other better, to make it worse. No, this is the mystique of the devil who likes I. The devil is what makes a point of turning people into worse people. No mystique. This is his evil. It is not our goal. And today I am sure God wants to enter your life, wants to exercise authority there in your heart with only this sole purpose. Make you a better person, that you discover an interesting way to get lighter, to throw away a little of the weights that chained you. And if there is any effective authority being exercised in you, and if you realize that this authority is destroying, you have the courage to put these cards on the table and define the role of these people. Because if you don't take care of you, it's hard for others to help take care of. Be careful, you have to go from us. Today, remembering that it is the opposites that many things are born. Positive things, isn't it? Of our reverse, I always like to say, pays well in your defect, pays well attention to your defect, so you know what virtue that can be born from it is. Because, in fact, we are acquiring many addictions, many defects throughout our lives. If we don't take care, we will never make this transposition. The defect is very natural in human life. It is very natural that we get lost in our limits. I am limited. You are limited. The indigence is part of our history. It is my statute. It is your status to suffer from indigencies. But who says these indigencies need to be definitive? By the way, more and more I understand that the procession and the true human maturation is this distancing that we are doing from the defect to this approach of virtue. If we don't take care, we die with the defects. Because to transform a defect by virtue, we must first have the grace of God that helps us, and then human effort. This daily, everyday struggle that you have the courage to look at what you are, your boundaries, and you find that you can make this transposition. And it's so noble, my people. I like to understand the process of holiness like that. The saint is that man, that woman who knew how to take good care of the defects there. The defect is like a brave dog. If you don't put it on the leash, he hurts you. He hurts who's on the side. He recalls that story of the monk who said, "Inside me, 2 dogs." And then someone asked, "And which one prevails? Which one has the most strength within you?" And the monk responds very wisely, "Depends. Depends. It will be stronger, the one I feed." And it's true. Inside me there is always a virtuous man and there is always a defective man. Why? Anthropologically, I am positioned between the condition of Adam and the grace of Christ. I live all the time in my flesh, in my experience of being who I am. The dilemma. Or, I accept to be the defective man that Ada. From all of us at Path of Faith, thank you for being part of today's discussion. We value your input, so please share your thoughts in the comments. Show your support with a like, spread the message by sharing, and subscribe to stay connected with us on our journey of faith.